I wasn't hiding my son from the world. I was hiding my son. What up, everybody? Maurice Woods here, and this is Second Quarter Wisdom, where I'm bringing you knowledge, experiences, information from the last 25 years that I'd like to carry on into this 25 years and the 25 years that follow and the 25 years that follow after that. I want to make this life. I want to be able to be 100 years old and be able to come out to the Bay and reflect on life and just embrace all the experiences that have shaped me to become who I am and who I will be. And so my goal is to share that with you guys. For today's video, the focus is accountability. What is it? Everybody has or is an account, right? Of the summation of all of our experiences. How we experience this world, the things that we do, all tally up in this account of who we are, what we are. You have accountability where people do and interact with this world and they project their actions outside of themselves. That's the lack of accountability. But then embracing your actions and your interaction with the world is taking accountability. Synonymous with the word responsibility, reliability, dependability. All of those things all coincide, they all intertwine, and they help create this word accountability. We're human. We fall short. We make choices, we fall short. We act out of ignorance, we fall short. I've been told that the definition of the word sin, S-I-N, this word that we use to describe our shortcomings, this word that we use to describe, from religious perspective, it's malicious or malevolent actions. I've been told that the definition of the word sin is falling short, missing the mark. If we all have the Spirit of God within us, and our bodies are the temple of God, and we mistreat that temple because God is perfection, if we fall short of perfection, it's sin. We fall short every day, whether it's through what we say, whether it's through what we do, whether it's through what we think. You know what I mean? We all fall short. But that's where the accountability comes into place, because it's like, hey, I fell short. Now it's time for me to, get right so I don't fall short anymore. But then that ties in with the very first video of this whole playlist or segment, whatever, where we were talking about intention. You have to be intentional about it. You can't be accountable without any form of intention, because when people are dependent on you, when people rely on you, when you are responsible for something, there's intention, aka purpose, that is expressed in whatever actions need to be handled. So I can give you guys the definition of accountability, how I perceive it, so on and so forth. But one thing that I'm learning for myself is that I always try to find ways to hold space to be accountable for things that are just outside of myself. And one thing that I'm learning is I can't make myself 100% accountable for everything that takes place out of myself. Let's just say if I don't vote, I can't look at the whole presidential election and say, oh, this person won because I didn't vote. There's a lot more factors that play a part in that. And that's a weak example, but you understand. You can't put the burden of the world on yourself. None of us are Christ. The Spirit of Christ may live within us. We can nurture that, and find ways to live a righteous life. But the whole Spirit of Christ is not what embodies us. So we can't allow ourselves to take the burden of the world and put that burden on our shoulders, on our backs. And that's one thing that I've realized. I have like a savior complex where I look to save people, no matter what extent, how much it may cost me, how much peace it may cost me, no matter how much love or energy, monies, whatever, how much it costs me. I don't care. I try to save people, but I don't always try to save myself. I try to hold myself accountable for other people, but sometimes I lack the accountability for myself. And so, as I was saying, like I'm learning that I can't put the world on my shoulders. I can't try and find ways to hold myself accountable where other people may have moved in manners that did not favor my best interests at heart, as I felt I was moving in ways to favor their best interests at heart. You know, like I've been through like situations where I'm like, dang, like maybe I could have handled this situation a little bit better. And then I have that thought that's like, nah, there was disrespect. Don't tolerate the disrespect. But then I'm like, nah, maybe I could have accepted or tolerated the disrespect in a different manner and maybe have transmuted it that way. The experience was a little bit different and we could have found some sort of solution. No, the disrespect was a choice. At the end of the day, it was a choice. And that's what I have to like remind myself in certain situations where I want to make myself the bad guy and I want to make myself the scapegoat where, you know, hey, you don't have to take accountability. I'm going to take all the accountability. But then that stunts the other person's growth and that leads them down a path of sin because you're not holding them to the standard of righteousness and being honest with themselves. Because if they're not honest with themselves, they can't be honest with you. If they're not honest with you, they can't be honest with the rest of the world. If you're not honest with yourself, you can't be honest with the rest of the world. It's like that Drake line. I wasn't hiding my son from the world. I was hiding the world from my son. I got to get up close and personal. Microphone died. We're going to leave it at that. You can't save the world till you save yourself. You can't hold yourself accountable for everybody else's shortcomings. All you can do is hold yourself accountable, keep it pushing. Pray for yourself. Take care of yourself. That being said, second quarter wisdom. Peace.